Hello. Okay. Alright. This is a terrible idea. It's very late. Starting a stream at 1 a.m. Not a great idea, but I'm very awake. I'm very awake because I took a nap in the middle of the day, which is never a good idea, but it's what I did. And I was debating, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep streaming to YouTube. I don't know how much reach it's getting. It doesn't seem like it's getting a ton of reach. Which is like fine, but it's weird with the settings and things like that. I'm not entirely sure I like how stuff looks. And so if it's not really getting reach, I might just stop streaming on YouTube and just go back to uploading VODs. I don't know though. Yeah, I'm still unsure. I don't think it matters too much. This isn't working. Let's get that working. Let's do that. Awesome. That's working. That's good. I got it done. So yeah, I don't exactly know how long stream's gonna go. There was some buffering there, but it seems to have resolved. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it wasn't too terrible. I don't know what that would be. Did I drop frames on OBS? Did I? It doesn't say that, so I don't know what that was, but you know, it's so good. Yeah, I'm still getting over a sore throat, so talking is still a little bit painful. But you know, it's a bit better. I thought it was better than it wasn't until I started streaming. I was talking earlier today, and it wasn't that bad. What the hell? Maybe I'll just have a cough drop. Maybe I'll just have a cough drop and stream like that. Sounds like a great idea. But yeah, we've made it to beautiful Cleveland last time on stream. Great cutscenes, great story. I'm glad so much stuff is coming back together, and my want to do every single job is paying off a little bit in the story with the extra NPCs. That's great. Did I remember the pugilist guy at all? No, I didn't, but he was there, and I was very happy that they were there. I actually don't know if it was a he. All right. Okay. Microphone's picking up all of that. That's awesome. It's fine. It's not an issue. You know it's not an issue. I know it's not an issue. Okay, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's go forward. Since I started so late, I don't expect people to come by. That's fine. I don't care. I play for myself, goddammit. I play this game for me. For me. And for you, Josh. You're here too. I appreciate that. Play this game for Josh. As in terms of what I've done since literally 2 days ago, big accomplishment. Warrior to 52. Big accomplishment. I like playing Warrior. I got Stone Vigil and Duty Roulette and died because I'm bad at the game. Yeah, of course. I got Pharaoh Sirius and died because I'm bad at the game. I generally somehow still, after 83 levels of Paladin, forget to turn on tank stance when I load into a dungeon. That's funny. I can't get on the box. I can't get on the box. Don't worry about it. No one saw it. Other than that, White Mage is coming up. Playing a bit more Astro. I remember like playing Astrologian when I first got it. I was like, oh, it's so hard. Oh, you gotta heal and I gotta do cards? It's impossible. Who was playing that? And after playing a little bit more healer, I realized it's not an issue at all. It's really not a problem. So that's something. Also, I put on the coat. I made a little wintry, or just a nice bundled up glamour for the Cleveland section of this game. You know, I just thought it was rude. You really opened my mind to that. I did. I put it on a little late, but we put it on nonetheless. It's okay. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else that I had going on, but I don't remember it. I don't remember shit. So yeah, that's it. We're in fucking Garlemald. Garlemald gets one zone, which is strange to me. But I'm very interested in seeing what they will do with this one zone. They will. Okay, one biggest critique of Endwalker so far. Biggest critique of Endwalker so far is putting the Thavnir shit in Ilsebard. I don't like this. I don't care if it's. I didn't even think that would be correct. It's an island. That's not Ilsebard, but apparently it is, and they're not connected, the zones at all. And I look at this and I want to go here, and I gotta go all the way over here. It's like, ah, how could they do this to me? How could they do this? But they did it, and they don't care. What are the other fucking zones in this game? Look, there's usually 6, and I don't want a metagame, but I kind of do. 1, 2, 3 in Labyrinthos. Where are the other 3? The moon's one of them. Okay, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon, and Charlene's gonna send us there. They're building a big spaceship. Aaronville said, "Oh, this is a good food for, you know, lasts long. It's good for the soil, and wow, must be going to somewhere like, I don't know, Mericidia. That'd be interesting." Mericidia was just a diversion. We're not going to fucking Mericidia. They're going to the moon. The moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. Is the moon even out? No, I can't see it. I can see that though. That's good. Anyway, we're gonna go across this map for once. I don't think I've been here during the daytime. I think it's always been like night. Or is it night right now? Is it just like day? But it still looks dark out because we're very north. I don't know if the game would do that. I don't know. I'm still gonna be choking up on words and stuff like that just because my throat is still acting funny, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully it gets better. It probably won't. It probably won't. Let's be real. Anyways, let's just go. Let's just fucking go. 12 o'clock in Garlemald. Good to know. Hey, it's 5:40. 5:40 Eorzean time. This is pretty dark out for 5:40, so yeah, I guess maybe it does change. Maybe they do have a shorter day window in Garlemald. That'd be interesting. Alright, Alphino. Let's get started. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Cold and colder. You ever played Frostpunk? Can we replace the zone music with the City Must Survive from Frostpunk? That'd be great. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Ishtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of camp? Asay and I will meet you there. Voices are still going to be god-awful, because again, my throat does not work. It just doesn't. Halfway through the stream, I might lose my voice, and I'll have to communicate through text. I'll have to have a notepad up, just like early 2000s tutorials. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived, and the air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. Just a monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Okay, you're solo. Graha, where did you go? What mount is that? Oh, that person got out of... I've seen the new, like, gold... Like, this golden mech with the green outline, and I feel like I saw that for the first time. This is the second time I've seen it. I have no idea what it is. You will be pleased to know most of the tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting. I'll make my way there. Also, Graha's winter outfit? There's no need for the V. It's cold as shit. You have a t-shirt on? You have like a white t-shirt? Is that what that is? What time period is Final Fantasy? It's simultaneously like medieval times, modern day, Star Wars. I love it. I just love that we have an excuse to do everything. But the modern day stuff is starting to freak me out a little bit. This is the newest aspect to me. I do like that. I do like that a lot. And it's really like, you go, oh, how did they figure out all this technological shit? Well, it's because Emmett told them. Emmett told them what it was. And I just saw what you sent me in Discord. It's very rude. Yeah. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. Well, everyone is here. When everyone is here, we will begin. Did I read that right? Who knows? No one knows.
Our present situation is as follows.
Cold as shit. Hungry.
Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have
The
begun.
McDonald's is closed.
Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
You mean I can't go in the front door like last time?
I have a suggestion,
Immediately.
if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine.
Magna Glaciers is going to confuse me every time because I want to say Glaciers.
Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Got a good point.
Promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
You want me to build you some fireplaces?
My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
You want to get you parts so that we can build fireplaces?
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
Got to go to the market board and buy everyone the fire pit minion. Oh my god. Wait, that's a minion? That's how that works? Oh. This set of armor on Thancred is simultaneously cool and really out of place to me. Like, this is probably a set you can get somewhere else in the game, probably. Huh.
We've made our presence known to the Telothroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Who the fuck is Xenos? That's the most pressing thing to me, because he was here last time I saw him, which was a long time ago, but still.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
I somehow doubt that. Xenos loves me. We're besties.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here.
I am his notice.
Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace.
Listen, man, I'm just helping my friend with what they want.
How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
Awesome, because that wasn't awesome.
Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
And the map button. Extensive travels is something of an understatement, but I suppose... ice fields, I love ice fields. Oh wait, no I don't.
This too is a vital task, and I appreciate your willingness to see it done. Rest assured that a serving of hot soup will be waiting for you.
Hot soup, yes! Yes!
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Alright, we got the fun duty. Gods be good, if it's this cold with Tatar's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when next we meet. That makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Marlene, you good? What ho? What ho, chums? Don't call me that. Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Eblan Rhine for survivors. What? What, around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. Okay. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Yes, new zone time. My zone. I don't think I've actually even like listened to the zone theme too much, because I've just been in that. What do they call it? Oh, is it actually Camp Broken Glass? That's pretty great. Do like that. Aether current. I need like 50 of these. How do I? There's so many in Endwalker. Why did they do this? Wonder how many Aether currents I've just walked past while going through this game. There's probably like a bunch that are just like up a hill that I just refuse to look at. You see any people on Monolane? I spy with my little telescope. Missing the big green ball of magic, understandable. Listen, you don't overestimate me. A massive sheep thing? Or maybe it's a cow? Not what we're after, either way. Is that an Aether current? Ah, no, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. Looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She would even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. Rather fetching one, at that. Chase her. I am in pursuit. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. This fucking guy. I'll let Lucia know where you're headed. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. What is a warming tincture? That poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you, but won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. Unless we forget the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Well, that was actually very, like, mature and not expecting of you. Okay. You're freezing your ass off. I've said, like, literally every single moment you've been here, you've just been, oh. Thank you, Monolane. I am excited. I don't think I've heard this theme during the day either. I really want to hear that because I want to know if it competes with Whirlit. Because Whirlit is a that little zone for the side trials is a remix of the Garlemald theme, or like the Garlean Empire theme. So curious to see if they're gonna do that again. East. Wait, east. You know what east is, right? There it is. I was heading the right way. Is that native? Between north and south? Yeah, somewhere around there. That isn't west. You're right. You're so right. Click on Alice. Getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. And again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Do you mind searching up ahead? Hello? Got hand warmers. Anybody freezing out here? Excuse me. Are you there? Excuse me. Excuse me. Enemy spotted. Honing in. We to call out to her from this distance. I might attract wild beasts to your location. It'd be safe to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing our attention. A stealth mission? Another one? Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. Make use of cover such as rocks to approach without being seen. Similarly, the objective will also end in failure if you fall too far behind. I follow from above. What are you doing? What is this? There's a lot of new mission types in Endwalker. Gloss around her to avoid getting her attention. Gotta love being a machinist. How do I approach this? No, I'm not here. Don't come over here. Must have been my imagination. Where are you running? Where are you running? Stop that running. Hurry, play dead. She won't notice. I'm just another dead person. There's so many of them here. Kill. No. Don't kill. They're all depending. Who is all of them? Where? What are you doing? Ha! Haha! You fool! I am fucking. This is what I leveled ninja for. If I level ninja, can I just hide? I just hide in front of her. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't stop. You fool. I've got you now. Still in one piece, not for long. Hi. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Why would you do that? Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphino. This is my sister Alice and our good friend Gabriel. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this to us. Alright, well, you're pulling out the racism early. I don't appreciate that. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who have been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How are you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's, Licinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night. And the roar, that terrible roar. And then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life. Eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Well... Do you have any family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's spoils. Mentioned for retired soldiers, or it was. Now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were... The truth is, the supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Like, aid from savages? No thank you. This is everyone. Cinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with some means of heating the place, as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word? That is too much to ask, and leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Oh man, what a Heavensward callback. Remember the quest when Alphino didn't know how to gather firewood? Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alice, eh? Well, for fire burning in no time. Maybe build it under that gazebo. The what? Oh, you mean the bower. Yes, do as you will. So how's it going? Do you have any Garleans I've killed? Sorry. Insensitive. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Promise. It was a lot. Maybe I feel bad. What? I hear like a scratching noise. Sorry, I was... What the fuck? I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer with more food. They're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health. Which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Yes. Do they have a radio? You guys listen to this. Radio Gaga. Yo, is that a rock on the... Is it rock radio? Holy shit. Rock powered radio. I suppose most radios are at least somewhat rock powered. I could treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Amonoline's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Should make sure everyone gets one. This is some eerie-ass music to be listening to. This is beginning to subside, and I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Take these drugs. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a test. Warming tincture? Never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. Tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Why do you guys listen to this shit? Calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magitech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, ceruleum, engines, it's full of this stuff, for all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well, yes, never better. Drug. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? 'Twas a joke, a joke. Ah, if I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep. So said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fall. We are the blessed, damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while the brethren lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants. Their lavish finery kicked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. He's doing good. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. He's doing well. What do you want? Take it. A tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. Where's the music coming from? Is it recorded? This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? Use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Lucas Ammonis, it is. Radio Gaga. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Lucas Ammonis. I don't know what that is. May have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, that he speaks to us through our radios. Ooh. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. Ooh, this guy doesn't know. Ooh. Dude, we gotta go to the radio tower and change the music. We gotta give him something else to listen to. What's that? I don't need it because I'm a cyborg. I don't get cold. This is what you give the others. Thank you. I'll save it for later. I don't know way of looking up to some how to explain to someone how I say their emperor die in a vision, but should know that it came to me in a dream. Came to me in a dream. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Hold on. What the fuck do you want to talk to me about? Are you part of the group staying in Laterum? I saw Legatus, Vigilius troops heading towards the Magnus, Glacias a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Killed them. Camp Broken Glass, you call it. Vigilia and men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacias? Glacias? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Went over it. I can fly. Airships. But there might be a way to... Sinia, where is everyone? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almasty has found its way inside the house. Wouldn't be the first time. That the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. Do you have a mind to continue helping us? Perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. A small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food. That's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach Tapper's End, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entry could be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. Wherever you decide to head there, please be careful. I'd never taken directions. I'm just going by myself. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, who cares? It's fine. I'm gonna go this way. It's like Eureka. Jumping off giant cliffs. When does it turn day in Garlemald? Ever? Well. This is surely going to go well. They're just gonna give me ceruleum because... Oh no, they're gonna make me do a chore. I see what's gonna happen here. Oh wait, I can just get on the T-Rex. What am I thinking? Is that like half the map already? I guess north is the city, huh? We'll get there soon enough. Ilsabardian Tursus. Okay. Sure. Excuse me, do you have any minerals? Excuse me. Sirs? Hello, burly tapper. Who goes there? How did you find us? You're in a cave on the side of a big open lake. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? The purebloods of our Victor's spoils hadn't given away our location. He never found us. They're stuck up arseholes. Thought they could come waltzing in here, demanding ceruleum with nothing offered in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now the capital's gone to shite. They resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. They think we'll give it to intimidation. They've got another thing coming. Do you want me to do chores for you? Chores? Ow! Oh, come on, man. Why's it gotta be this way? Why we gotta do this? Now you have to die. Look at what you made me done. Look at this. Do you see this? What about this? Finish. Hello. Oh god. I just got rid of him. Okay. There you are. Just after you left, Cindy asked me to go and catch up with you. In case you needed a hand, someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Did you see the two people I murdered? So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Hello, I am also a Tapper. Hi, new recruit. Just got hired. Guys outside sent me an application form. I did an interview. They said good. I'm one of you guys. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Killed them. The Orsian and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why the hell would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands. Girabania, Yoncha, Borgia, Dalmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. The old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we, but the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is ceruleum ingins. Still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days, not with the city in ruins. Take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. Though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. I'd certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we managed to go back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire. The knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. As long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald as we knew it is gone for good. The fuck? Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilsebach contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it's for the best that it's consigned to history. What of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Let's get him some jobs at Ironworks. Hello? I don't know about that, but maybe. Come seeking ceruleum, have you? I don't have anything to trade except for jugs of orange juice. Those purebloods up at Victor Spoils sent you. To turn to their enemies for help, they must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Lysinia's got a little sister to think about. A sister? But we only saw Lysinia and 3 men. Possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. Maybe refused Lysinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I could spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them on our way, you hear? Can't for the life of me think why Lysinia would keep her sister a secret from us. We can ask about her sister is Xenos. That's what it is. We can ask about that after we've delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Give me a second to go grab more water. I don't know why, but my voice has started hurting a lot more for some reason. I'm back. I got a bunch more water. Hopefully I can keep going. Push through the pain to play video game. Oh! Is sunny out? This map seems tinier than the other ones, but maybe it's just because it's big open nothing. But we finally got daytime in Garlemald. I want to go over here. I know I've got to explore the whole zone that you've made, but I want to go over there. I want to do this monstrosity. Were you hiding in there? This isn't right. It's too quiet. Would have thought Alphina would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. Surely they didn't take Alphina hostage or something. That would be absurd. They wouldn't have done that to my boy. To my boy Alfie. Hello? Hello? Excuse me. Hello? I don't know where what the fuck happened here? What happened? What? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. Can't fool us, we know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are, waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, then in you swoop. You to help? What rot? All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong, that's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later, we've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles on a bed that was still warm. It's true. Zinnia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. If you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I never give up my own people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill, the empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. Oh my god, this fucking guy. You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. Oh, I forgot, they just don't have any, so everything is just witchcraft to them. Ooh, scary, ooh. Watch out, I'm casting ruin. We're waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I can't say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. Just first need to tend to my injuries, and theirs. We'll join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Man, they're gonna make it really hard to sympathize with these guys, huh? That's their goal, huh? Two sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. It's definitely them. Come on. Let's say Master Tracker. Let me go on the T-Rex just to make sure that they know that I don't mean them any harm. Did we miss them somehow? Well, we're going back the same way we came? Crossed each other's paths somehow on accident? Alright then, I guess. I guess that's how it is. Trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. Can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts. And I can only imagine how hard it is. Hard it must be for our ailing sister to cross the ice. Could really do with Alvino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Yes, me, Master Detective. I know what's happening. For sure. I'm seeing it all. What the I thought they would have gone over here and tried their chance over here one more time, but probably not, I guess. Hold on. Well, that's nice. I thought their blood was floating for a second. It's okay. Bloodstained sitting the show appears to be fresh, judging by the amount. The victim may have been severely wounded. Trail of blood leads southeastwards. Awesome. This is great. Hey guys, don't you worry. You may be dying, but I can put your furnace on. If you're alive. If not, I'm just gonna take it. Crazy story, but can you let me in? I lost my keys. You got it. You got it. I'm coming. I've saved him. I am a hero. I am a hero. Anyways, this person's bleeding to death? What's going on here? Sounds like not my problem. The radio, no! No, they broke the radio! You fucking idiots. Hold on. Too bad bodies are already cold. Oh, good. Hey, other people, I found your friends, stabbed. Horribly. It wasn't me, though. Let's say... what? What is happening here? Oh, okay.
Blood trail. We found one.
They were attacked.
I found them.
No. Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
I don't know. Someone turn this dramatic music off. Hey, so I know you don't trust us. Oh no, okay, we actually just buried them. Okay. Who are you making that prayer to?
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there's something to the tale after all.
What? What do you mean?
I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders.
Trespassers?
But I pray that in time, we will be more than good to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
We're doing really good job on Operation Garlemald so far. We've saved no one yet. Slow starts. It must have been something we could have done, but what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? We've already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make a report to Lucia. Do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Fun times on Endwalker. I'm just gonna teleport. I'm not going all the way. I'm not walking all the way back there. Are you kidding me? Alright. So we found two groups. One of them is a group of 3 people, so that's really not a group, and they hate us. Even though we try to help them, that's okay. And then we found a group of other people who don't really hate us, but they can mine oil, but they can't use it. So, I mean, I'll say now if they don't tell me have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details, but I ask for your account.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
Each would be...
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Which were true. And we spread.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Suicide by sniper. I've heard it before.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered.
And we still don't know who.
Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
Zenos, why couldn't you just fucking fix this?
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
You could have just said, hey, I'm Emperor, but I'm not gonna do anything. Would have solved a lot of problems that we've got going on right now, Zenos. You just gotta use your head. Come on, Zenos, come on. I know this is not what you would have wanted. This is clearly what you care about this, for sure, definitely.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
House Brutus and the Gold Saucer, surprisingly. Didn't really expect that to be a plot point, but I mean, okay, I guess, you know, influencing an empire succession is something Mandervilles like to do, I guess.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers.
It's like what we were told about in class. It's like Bahamut. Some memory wipe shit's going on.
But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babil stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Babil?
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Tower of Baby. Pretty cool, huh?
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
They've got a very good impersonator they've hired. Deepfaked his voice, holy shit. We're really into modern day politics.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
Radio.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Serena?
My friends, I must speak with you.
Hi, Serena.
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall.
Put him to death.
Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
I think that sounds great.
Who do we have here?
Garleans?
Oh, it's well lit music.
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Julius Piernobanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Agni, break his kneecaps.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths.
Grr.
If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours.
Okay,
If you wish to
I'm so
treat with him,
scared.
I will take you, but no more than 3.
What about 4? Take it or leave it.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if
Dungeon
we do
team.
accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Magni.
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you two go by yourselves? Come on, what are you thinking about? You're not even thinking about your mom right now. Who is very attractive. I gotta make sure she's not upset. I'm sorry.
Persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Hee.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
You'll be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred, in particular, will be worried sick if you're gone too long. And to fear you watch over and keep you. I think Thancred will be worried. Thancred's watching us, that's what that means. Are you and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it as an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. I guess we do. No, except no we don't. We're not working together. But, I guess. Think twice and Thancred will signal the snipers to kill everyone. Right, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach liminal station 4. Not 3, but not 5. In between 4. You get that? Children in the lead. I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alice, and he's Alphino. And last but not least, there's Gabriel. Gabriel, where have I heard that before? No matter, Alphino and Alice will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run, towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures by the way, we go around them. Awesome. Awesome. Ready to make a dash for the station? Yeah, sure, fuck it. You wanna watch out for that one? Okay. What about the bear? Guys? Okay, no, sure. You knew something I don't. This must be the road he mentioned. 6 o'clock becomes nighttime in Garlemald. Interesting. Nice to know. Understood. Where's Thancred following us? Can you imagine if you can see him following us around? Better not draw attention. So how you doing, Jules? That's the station, I presume. I'll go off the road a little bit. It's Jotun. Off to the side there. Oh shit. Is this new? Oh, it is a bit. Where the signal word is to call the snipers in. This is Thancred. We've made it. This is it. The first stop, that is. Good. Looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept to your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is Regidomo, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off. Understood? From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen. Aye, they spare their own, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you have to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, and not take the chance. That said, let us proceed. They got trains. I want to go on a train. Aw, shit, they fucked up the train. Oh, good. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mr. Garlean. Excuse me. I got stunned. You guys are gonna have to go on without me. I could take the shot! I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. The people will need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Okay. What's the deal? Why won't you trust me? Everyone's just so angry, gosh. Hello? Doing this again. Aw, no. I don't think I've heard this part of the fight music. It's pretty neat. Great. How many more times are you gonna watch me fight and you'd be like, hold on a minute. Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. I have a sneaking suspicion. I was about to say like, oh, they're traveling in packs, which means like, oh, there might be them enemies in the cities. But now I'm thinking, if in the story we solve this issue, they can't have those enemies in the city. That wouldn't make any sense. 'Cause they can't get rid of wandering monsters like that, I guess. Meant when I said these people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of a desire to remain undiscovered. That is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. So we're gonna cure. It's fine. Oh. New. Need. Please. Give. Please tell me that's not above. Please. No, this isn't like a, no, this isn't something you can ride on. These are, is it? No, it's not like a highway, upper highway. What the fuck is that? Excuse me? Hello? Oh. Oh. Wonderful. Again, we could save them if you would stop getting caught. Look at what they've become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Yeah. Those exposed to vast quantity of a primal's aether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you've seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you'll think twice before speaking of a cure. It's not. You're wrong. I don't know what to say other than no. You're making things worse for yourself. They don't need to be this bad. I'm not going the right way. How do I get to that aetherite? Is it underground? I guess that would make sense. We're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement, so I'll keep mine. This way. I'm totally gonna draw plates on us at the last second. Oh, we've made it into Cleveland proper. Just on the outskirts. Where did you put them? Oh. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. Now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't mind me. Hello, Theodora. You okay? Yeah, you're probably fine. I don't like where we're going. I'm getting a little scared. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little scared. Hello? Okay. Train! They've got a working train! The lights are on, that means it's working. Oh, they put a gate in front of the train. That's their problem. It's plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Lower your voices. Maybe here's my guest. The other will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. He likes to sound the horn of the train every once in a while. It keeps everyone's spirits going. You know, choo-choo. Choo-choo. What about you, Spurious? You wanna... Okay, they don't wanna talk to me. Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Can you tell me? I can help. I'm nice. Look, I'm helping everybody out. Alright, so this is the next friendly guy we get to talk to.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
I have that emote.
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Oh.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
Nah, it's not.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
Well, damn.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here.
I don't care.
Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
That could take the shot.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit.
Oh my god. You're making so many assumptions.
If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
Maybe. Maybe that would make a little sense. Is that so bad?
After compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that.
I don't know if they do. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if they do understand that.
What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
This is Thancred after all. This is Thancred.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
One of the best tracks in the game, by the way. I love this theme.
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
Because you guys are assholes. You're so bad to everybody you fucking invade. Because you're the worst. Because you want to genocide the Beastmen.
Is it because we do not share your faith?
It's not about sharing faith. You're just gonna kill everyone who has faith.
That we do not share your heritage?
No, I don't really care about that, I'm gonna be honest.
That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not?
Not just because we think it's okay to kill people we disagree with, you think that's a problem?
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope.
I'm seeing a lot more pride, I'm gonna be honest.
It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
Did you know there's a tankard in this? Oh, I didn't see that before. There is? Is there actually? That's awesome. Oh, you just have to look around. Oh, you might be me. You sound like you're memeing with me. Never mind.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you.
Raise everyone like, yes. You can go. What's your question? Listen, don't be afraid to ask questions, bro.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Oh no. No, wait, hold on. Oh, so I think this is Tankard, this is Tankard. Tankard, take the shot. Tankard, hold on.
What are these?
They're fashionable.
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
For glamour to my necklace.
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Ah, damn it. These people aren't going to like me very much. I think this might be a little difficult.
Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
I don't care. You guys can take it, right? They're like, wait, no, I don't know about Gabriel. I don't know about that one. Like, hey, you guys can take it. Come on.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll
I'm
forget
gonna.
we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire. That's awesome. Oh, and Orshafon let us in? Aw. Wait, is that his line? Did I subconsciously remember that line?
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Wow, I didn't even remember that, but that's great.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Wow, this is fun. Ah, man, looks like we're collared. What are we gonna do? No, I don't want to do that. Alright. How you doing? Personae non grate. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. For you ask? No, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did. If you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? No hurry to disobey Lord Quintus. That's what you mean. Perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. This guy's doing good. Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. Do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphino and Alice will pay the price. Like attuned to your... Aww. Well, okay, so... You became a duelist, didn't you? Whatever business brought you here, you'd best keep your hands off that aetherite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans for Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the aetherite's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. What about you, Marcellinus? Oh, wait. Same model used in one of the pictures, but perhaps it is what saved this harness from being... Oh. I know who you are. I know what you are. The so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? Wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Oog. Damn. Tore the sutures. Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for that third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Regilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus's life. We made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then... Night fell, and we gathered around the radio, then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. We could call this a mercy. Mind attacked, but body broken. A soldier in name alone. I'd get you down where you stand, if I could. Murderer. I don't like you. Not a big fan. Hello, Sabinenus. So cold. The young soldier's on the verge of losing consciousness. Hello, Octavia. It's you, Gabriel Kuji. You want an autograph? I served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion. I was there on the night the Praetorium fell. Were you? You and your adventurers. You killed them, my comrades, my friends. Left them aside in the dozens as though they were nothing to you. They weren't. And maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return. Till you get what you deserve. Mark my words. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Where am I going? Sorry, Quintus, didn't mean to disturb you. Awesome. Did you learn anything of note? They don't like us very much, is what I learned. Findings are consistent with my own. The plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. Realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? With my magic? Dude, they got nice beds. Nice shit. Don't mind if I do. Taking a nap. Awesome. Papaya. Papaya. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see all that well. Ugh, thank you. The numbness has subsided a little. But I know I won't last much longer. Should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. Me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. It can still serve in that way. Stole this guy's food. Do you want it? It's got some Cheetos. Those you met fare no better. I was afraid you would say that. We were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies? Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize that they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, but we need to persuade Julius first. I want to talk. Well, seen enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? Been scavenging provisions from nearby houses, as most families keep. Kept, rather, some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work. A lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees, or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. Nuh-uh. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold out on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. It's just gonna be different tomorrow. This time for sure. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you can do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastards' wards, loyal servants of the Telophoroi. Then, he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, what stands in its place. We've identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realized. Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion saying as much, and instructed them to join forces with the provincial legions, to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we will bring you ceruleum. I will speak with Lord Quintus. I also have free admission passes to the Gold Saucer. You don't want these? Too much charity for you? Okay, sure. Sure. So, did he agree to it? No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. That could take the shot. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. Taking him outside. That's good. That's good. I realize why Thancred hasn't taken the shot yet, because we're underground. He can. He clearly didn't forget about us. We'll begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Soleus, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. You guys are jealous we get to go outside. Alright then. A little bit more of the map then. This map is, again, a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It feels smaller. At least. Huh. Though I guess, okay, I guess with the other, with the other maps that we've been to so far, we've only done like half of it or part of it, and this is the full place we're doing like the full map of in one go. Which is kind of interesting. It rains. It rains. It's not snowing. It's warm enough to rain. Well, that's fucking lucky. What are you guys so cold for anyway? That's fine. Look. Ooh. Fun times. Nice place you guys got here. So this is the park. I'm surprised I found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Galvus. Teehee. I know him. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time, in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. Well, you know, I'm searching something really quick. I've got a big search going on up here. Excuse me. Just gonna grab this one real quick. How many aether currents do I need to get? It's like, you know, so many. Why is there so many? Several points of interest are marked on the map of Forum Soleus. The pond, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. Shop counter. That is a very depressing looking shop counter. Are you sure? Where did they get? Okay. Though rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at. Oh, okay. There's nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. Well, we're being a very big use so far. I guess we're gonna check one anyways. Why not? Cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitech armors confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Jules said. Oh, the slide. There's surely gotta be some ceruleum on the slide. Alright. What is this? The contraption is built in the style... It reminds me of the stuff in Amarot. In the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. But on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Gabriel's got some problems. We got some issues. Haven't found fucking anything. Oh, it's you. Any luck? There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. Couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Something the matter? No. What, yes? I mean, no. It's just, I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. Pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. To be sopping wet when all was said and done, every time. And every time when we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. With a ceruleum-powered heater, by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath the hatch. That was a long time ago when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. Can't see a thing, and I can't remember the hatch might be. Well, I guess we just fucking give up. Nothing we can do. That's the waters. Can't find the hatch. We're all gonna freeze to death and die. Machinery most likely broken. The amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I wager it's still unbearably cold, though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign, Signiferi and Medici. Yes, so it doesn't scare me. I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphino, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Go on, Alphino. Go find some dry wood. Should be easy enough for someone like you. Fucking weather. Once that's done, a blast of a fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. Not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park. We have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. Fancy dip? I'll drink the pond dry. Yes! That may be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while. That's saying something considering who my brother is. Can't fault your enthusiasm though. Let's do it my way first, and if that doesn't work, perhaps then you can try your method, with Alphino's help. Fucking ankle deep water. Icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Nah, it's fine. Nah, I'm okay. Aw, man. Hate to see it. I think I'm gonna give up, actually. Under the... Oh, that would make sense if it was under the debris. That would make sense. Okay. Excuse me. In the water, your fingers catch on what you think might be a handle. You open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum. There's nothing there, Gabriel. There's no, they don't. For you, grand discovery comes at a great personal cost, as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emanating from every limb of your body. Jules will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. Awesome. Great. I have smelly debuff. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Coming in treasures and adventures bread and butter, though one is not normally required to go elbow deep in ice, cold, stagnant pond water to retrieve it. Nevertheless, many would choose that over mowing down hordes of slavering beasts or solving annoying puzzles. Not me personally, but fair enough. That's it. There's still some ceruleum left. The fire's still not ready. But hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. You're gonna help me? There is a heart in there, after all. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure personally. Call me an Uldan, because by fire I am reborn. My clothes are mostly dry now too. He doesn't know what Uldan is. He's never been there. Appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. By the way you've been treated, and Lord Quintus's eye, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, awarded an estate. Lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass made its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we climbed to the top of the tallest buildings we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold out a little longer. What is this rainbow? It's all gonna be good, Julius. The rain has stopped. really fits the mood. Is it out there still? Yeah, it is. Well. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Fuck it, let's go. Want me to settle? No, I'm good. I'm alright, actually. Whoops. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. My comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units. Those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. Decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prise them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. With the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering though, you should check the machinist's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Understood. Let's get to work. Okay then. Let's engage units. Fuel tank is empty. Alright. But no. Appears to have been broken, give you no way to... yeah, this is it. This is it. This one for sure. You find it to be completely empty. Julius, I fucked up. Give me more bombs. Give me more, please. We still on 82 quests? Oh, we're on 83 quests. Broken. No, we gamble. We gamble. Always works. Come on. Shit. Well, then, okay. I guess we just keep going. Here. This one for sure. This one for sure. Oh. Half empty or half full? Good. I've given up. That's all of them. I'm dying. More explosives? Wait, is that what I think it is? Yep. Not only did the tank survive the attack that disabled the war machine, which was installed, it also escaped the blast of explosives unscathed. If medals for outstanding service were awarded to inanimate objects, this champion amongst ceruleum tanks would surely deserve one. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Odyssey and Alphino are faring. Great. We're doing good. You know, all the expansions and all those quests involving us like having to go and do chores for people to gain their trust. This is like the savage version of that. This is chores, savage.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
What the fuck? Tancred.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside.
Coward.
When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
How are you doing? This is scaring me, Tancred. You become a ghost.
Gatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise.
You ghost.
This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
Why do you say Babel like that?
An interesting development. And perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news. But it's still too early to get our hopes up.
How are you doing this to me?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Thank you. Have a good night.
This will be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Best music is back.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
You're very nice now, Julius. What's up with this?
It's not at all what I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
What the fuck are you calling docile?
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Shit, you can walk?
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
Wait. Well, hold on.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us.
Wait, action where? Which way? Cause like...
My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Cause like tower direction, awesome. Other direction, you know.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now or after they join with the 10th is another question.
I don't think they're in any position to do anything. It's not a lot of ceruleum. There's like 10 people here.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
I don't know about that one.
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
I don't think.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Have faith, but not into any like primal being or anything like that, please. Done with all that. No Heidelin. Probably not any god, let's be honest. Have faith in like... Have faith in Thancred.
Get them out of here.
What am I doing? Am I just hanging out? Don't care what happens to me. Half an hour now, so it would be fine, providing they do not resist. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming a contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task fails to Legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the Isle for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. The guy who can barely stand? Yeah. The code word or whatever. I see how you said. He. So that's the way of it. After all this. What are you talking about? I also know what this means, but remind me. Give me like a reminder. Ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory of Garlemald. I don't like that. I don't like you saying that. Can I have this? Damn it. What is with them not letting me have aetherites? They're mine. I should have them. What do you want with me? That's the Isle, so Lord Quintus has reached a decision. Knew he would understand, that he would recognize the savage as a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varys, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. Yep. This is going to go your way. I'm sure of it. I'm gonna watch. Fuck it, I'm on Team Garlemald now. I'm scared there's no music. Is this actual Latin? Is this translatable? That'd be interesting. It's not ask the Isle, right? Or is it? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Be done as instructed. Yeah, there's a little bit more to your plan, huh, Julius? Duties are rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. This is one other matter, a place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. This is the manor where I used to be raised. It means a lot to me that you came here with me. You know, gonna go kill your friends, but you know, you've been very nice. Just want to say, like, before you die. Pretty cool of you. Beautiful zone. Just absolutely gorgeous. So the ruins reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. Alright then. This one? This one, the McDonald's that you used to hang out with your friends in? The music means it's definitely the McDonald's. It's rough, buddy.
This is my home. Our home.
You mean like me and you?
At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised.
Oof.
The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald.
Yeah, I was thinking it was the third eye.
But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
Nah, probably not.
I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
Damn, Julius is like a cool guy all of a sudden.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Where are you on the train? Please tell me you're on the train. I get to do like a train rescue. Doesn't look like a train. It does not look at all like the train. Never mind. This is when you learn that they're both fucking nerds, if you didn't know that already.
so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections.
Where are we going with this?
An unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus.
I'll say at this point, I don't know if I would say that.
Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
How the fuck is this gonna go?
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Music is amazing.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand. To refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
Like, they just throw the best piece of character work just like out of nowhere like that in the game. What the oh. Well, I guess that's how this is going.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphinaud. Their collars were removed without complication as well.
Jeez.
They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
This is going to be good. For everyone.
Ambush!
Oh no, it's 2 Magitech!
More are coming, make ready!
Chuck it, 4 Magitech.
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands.
It's really not worth it.
Barbarian hordes until our countrymen return. Stop, both of you.
Shit. Prajal actually doing some elemental shit.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
Damn. Who are you calling child? You look like you're 12.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Everyone just stop.
Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
We're reasonable people. Slightly. I mean, they're still done some extremely terrible things, but hey, people using their heads.
Lies. Every word.
No, you're probably right. It's probably not. It's probably a lie.
It is the truth, and I have not finished.
Probably just a joke.
The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus.
Prank, probably.
Have the ill stand down.
Ooh.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Fuck it, we ball.
Inform her that we will honor the 10th decision.
Oh. I honestly didn't expect
Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
Yeah, but maybe gain intelligence. Brain.
I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity.
I'm getting bad vibes.
We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Are we really doing this? Actually,
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
it's not.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Well. Yeah. Hope you get there real quick. Real quick. It's probably still time. Probably got some time. Well then. Is that it? Well, that's accepted. Oh. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Let's go do that. Alright. It is 4 AM for me, so I'm going to stop the stream there. It's a short stream for sure, but wanted to do a little bit. I don't know when next I'll stream. There's a possibility I might do it tomorrow night, but I'm not entirely sure. What I have to say is I'm actually liking this area quite a bit. I thought originally with the when we were over here, I was like, oh, this might be a bit running back and forth and all that stuff, but actually getting introduced to the Garleans, I feel like, yeah, this feels right. This is how they would act. This is how they would act, and it's kind of satisfying with Julius. And I said it before, but like that cutscene with the twins was like amazingly good writing. I'm not saying like the writing in 14 is great. I really like it, but that was like another level, just like out of nowhere. I don't think I've seen a game do something like that before. It's just the twins in a cold prison cell talking about how they're going to support each other and what they think the right thing is for the world and stuff like that. Like what? That was great. I loved that. And very dark. This part's very dark. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there because streaming this late was probably a dumb idea anyways, but it's whatever. It was funnies. It was a fun time. Thank you guys for coming by. Anybody who did, I appreciate you going with, and if you're watching the VOD, and I appreciate that too. I really do. I'm dying to talk more about this, experiencing more of this game, so I could talk more about this game with people, because this is probably the best story that I've experienced, period. And a fun game too, and a very fun game too. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. I don't know.